Hi everyone, I am Vinayan Gurukkal. First of all, I thank you everybody who is watching my videos and following me. In the last video, I tried to disclose some of the hidden factors which is relating to yogic and Siddha traditions. As a continuation, in this video, I try to disclose some of the hidden factors which is related to customs and traditions which is followed by some sects of people in India as a yogic traditional people. So, you would have heard about some of the paramedical practices or parapsychic practices like pranic healing, Reiki, and also astral projection, acupuncture, acupressure, and also magnetic medical curing techniques, and so many different paramedical and parapsychic techniques you had heard about. What is that? Is it has any relationship with our Siddha systems? That now I would like to disclose. First of all, you take Reiki. Most of the people from different areas, different regions accept and welcome Reiki and try to practice it, try to cure the diseases of people. They try to become a Reiki practitioner. And also, in India also, you can see so many Reiki healing centers or institutes given Reiki practices. People from different places of India even go to China, Japan, and other foreign countries to learn these Reiki techniques and to take attunement from the masters of Reiki in China and Japan and to get degrees to practice here. And after going to these foreign countries and getting back to our place, they start new Reiki centers. They try to cure the poor people here. Actually, it's a nice thing. No doubt of that. If they can cure the diseases of the people who are suffering from different sort of diseases which cannot be, which said to be cannot cure by the modern medical practices, is awesome. Actually, how these practices came. Is it foreign origin? Is it originated in Japan, China, or in any other foreign countries? Maybe so. Maybe so. I do not claim on it. I do not discuss much about its origin. A plant in India can be seen in different places. Simultaneously, something can grow in some places. You can see some type of plants like neem, some type of medical herbs like turmeric, and also some sort of big secret plants like aloe vera, and this type of plants you can see in the different regions, very distant from one to other places. This world is created by omnipotent God, and He had made everything that is necessary for the places, the people which concerning to some place need something, so God created all the things which is necessary for that region. Okay. So, Maybe Reiki had its origin in China. Maybe pranic healing maybe had its origin in China or Japan. Maybe, I thought. But you see the books, see the scriptures, which is written thousands and thousands years before, maybe 10,000 or 15,000 years before. Think about that. Even in Tolkappiyam, written in 5,000 years before, you read the verses in Tolkappiyam, you can easily understand the explanation, very well explanations of these factors, these principles which are strictly followed by these Reiki people. The root of that philosophy, the root of the philosophy of Reiki pranic healing had been written in the books which had written years and years, thousands and thousands years before in Indian region by Siddhas. Who are these Siddhas? Siddhas are sages who did penance for 18 or 24 years before in a lonely place. They had their legendary masters. They learned from some techniques, yogic principles, Siddha techniques, Siddha principle from their masters, maybe as hereditarily, maybe as disciple following of lineage. So you can see that in our yogic books, which is written in 5,000 years before. What I am going to tell is not all these aspects. Somebody go to Reiki to practice that, to cure their diseases. What I am telling it is not good. No. I won't tell like that. It is good in one sense if they can get the cure from that, or they can get at least a good knowledge to practice for their good health. It is nice. But what is the fundamental principles on which these things, this knowledge had been set forward, that we have to think about? Take the text related with these chakras. Take any text of Siddha principles, any secret text of Siddha principles. None of the books will be lacking the principles of chakra. I mean, every book, each and every book has its explanation in it. Maybe hidden explanation, not open explanations. Why Siddhas did that? It is because most of the things Siddhas explained in hidden and figurative language. The reason behind it is only those people had a positive mind or interest towards that should have to be understood that only some people have interest on this subject to be come following forward to that tradition. Somebody who don't like it, or somebody need to take their word against that, or somebody want to criticize that, should not understand that. That is the intention of these sages, to explain it in hidden language. You take any book which is written about some of the principles of Siddha tradition in India, not only in India, anywhere, in China, in Japan, in US, in Israel, in Palestine, even in Bethlehem. Some of the sages from the Western world told that when they explained to his disciples or written in some form of books, even in palm leaves, even in papyrus leaves, they told that everything I am explaining in figurative language, not in a direct language of the people. Even the prophets from the Western world had told, I am talking in figurative language. You can see some of the books written thousands of years before, maybe 2000 years before. You can see some of the books in the Western world, even in that book. Thousands of people learning that book and consider it to be one of the purest and holiest books. See, in that books also you can see all the things had written in figurative language. It should be understood by the lineage people, the followers only. Otherwise, it should be criticized. Nowadays, what we are seeing, some of the teachings are entrusted on some people. You learn that, forcefully teach them some of the yogic principles are entrusted, infused on the people by some of the proponents. What a situation in some countries, but still it is not in India. Only somebody need or somebody want to learn, they can learn that. They can follow the gurus. They can follow the siddhas or sages. So, most of the things in our books, take a single book, you can see all these principles in hidden. In siddhas, Padalikal means the poetry is written by siddhas in Tamil language. The verses written in Sanskrit language by sages, Aryan sages maybe Dravidian sages, is written in figurative language. In return, by combining all the beauteous, fantastic aspects of poem, yes, it is like that. So common people who does not follow the principles of siddhas or who does not follow the traditions of the siddha people cannot understand this. Only those people who strictly follow the traditions of siddhas understand that they still hide it. And when this so-called Reiki prana healing, acupuncture, acupressure, astral projection, anything come to our real stream of life in the form of institutions, the Siddha people tell that, that is simple thing. We had already know all these things. Likewise, they talk in between them, in among them only. But I try to explain a little bit about that. Have you heard about the 96 element principles of Siddhas? Somebody maybe. One of the fundamental principles of a Siddha is 96 principle. 96 principle. What is that? It is nothing but the creation, any type of creation on earth, is a compilation of 96 principles. It kept hidden for thousands of years to outer people. I still consider it may be hidden now also. The 96 principles combine every element in the universe. 96 principles of Siddhas had explained in Siddhas portals, Siddhas verses. Most of the books written in Sanskrit relating to these principles, relating to this area, had explained that in a hidden manner. You take any book. The important books now important in this concept are Chakra Nirupana, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Yoga Sutra written by Agastya, Bhoga Maharshi, and only 18 sages, including Tirumula. All these books include the 96 principles. Any people who learn Reiki know the principles related to chakras, right? That is 6 principles among the 96. The rest 96 is also hidden to them, maybe. So, without this 96 principle, the 6 principles relating to prana healing and Reiki is incomplete in one sense. Even the 6th principle can be done big things. Just understanding the basis of these chakras. It had been said that those people who learn these principles of chakras can have a good and harmonious life. They can avoid their illness. They can avoid their mental stresses, depressions. They can achieve whatever they want in their life. So, a person can use it for their material well-being also. And they can cure others. They can cure some of the diseases of others. It is said by them. They are claiming that they can cure the diseases of somebody who is coming to them. Maybe mental stress, depression, some sort of body problems like a headache and body pain, diarrhea like that. They claiming that. Isn't it good? It's good, actually. Suppose if they can cure the diseases of the people just by learning the principles of chakras, you imagine the people who mastered the 96 principles. They mastered it, they practiced it. The 96 principles include all the spiritual practice, all the paranormal, parapsychic practice in any of the world in the universe. Take any magical things, take any paranormal things. It will be having connection with these 96 principles. Actually, Reiki people use this for the well-being of others, the well-being of themselves. In some places, they use it for spiritual achievement. In some places only. But actually, the yogic traditions' main intentions of these chakra principles was to attain God or to connect with the deities. If they connect with deities, they tell that, yogis tell that they will be having connection with some of the very potent generation species, a species having paranormal power than human being can help them for attainment of God. In this sense also, connecting to deities also, they intended not to get the worldly things, material attainment. They didn't intended to get the material attainment. Their main intention was to get spiritual attainment, to get God, to connect with God through one channel, like somebody in the Western world or Middle East said to be connected to God through some of the angels called in different names. Right? Even then, some people tell that these are blasphemies. If I am talking like this, somebody may tell that these are blasphemies. It is because of their material intention by the use of the spiritual knowledge. Siddhas tell that you should use this knowledge for your spiritual attainment, not for hurting somebody. If you can use to cure the diseases of others. That is good thing. You can make others attain their spiritual needs. It is good. Even some prophet from the Middle East and Western world did magic. They cure the diseases in one touch. It is said that some sages, some prophet had the magical power, touched the eyes of people and given them eyesight, blindness removed by one touch, lame people made walk with one touch, shown magic. What did they do that? They used the psychic powers they achieved to cure the diseases of people. Actually, some great men, great prophets tried to boost the spiritual aspect of the people. The main intention of the prophets were not curing the diseases of the people. They came to nourish the spiritual attainment of the people, spirituality. They wanted to attain the people to get the God, people to coming to the next stage of the life. Some prophets told that I am not from this world. I am from another world. My Father sent me here to vanish, to eradicate or to absorb the sins of the people. Right? What did they do? With their spiritual power, they removed bad energy, the negative energy from the people, from the minds of the people, from the body of the people. They used their power, spiritual power. And actually the thing is that they knew their alien connection. Maybe I tell here as alien connection means I just use this word. That's only. Something from another world rather than this world is alien in my words. Which world? That is not a concern. Maybe next brighter world or the top brighter world where God is sitting. I already told you in the last video that God is sitting in the center of the universe, not the center of the solar system. Center of the universe, the power is God, is omnipotent, omnipresent. I told in last video. So, some prophets, some sages, most of the sages in India is said to be came from another world, alien world. It is written in our epics. Some people who is reading the epics cannot be understood all these factors because the person who is not relating to this cannot get its meaning. If somebody want to learn its real meaning, they need a guru, they need a master. Masters does not like to disclose these matters to ordinary people. Still in India, we can see so many books written, all the factors, but these books are useless to common people who does not follow any of the yogic tradition, any of the Siddhist tradition, because to learn this book, to learn at least a single book, very complicatedly written in figurative language, cannot be understood by common people who have no relationship with Siddha tradition. The last video I have already told that thousands and thousands of castes exist in India. Caste origin is the traditional following origin mostly. Most of the castes originated in India because they followed some type of spiritual tradition mostly. They followed some sort of teaching, paranormal teaching, godly teachings, parapsychic teachings. And some people who followed that tradition came into a typical caste. Different people had different texts, and different people have to attain God from their area by going to some teachers. That is a situation in India at that time. So if you see the teachings in India, you can see so many traditional teachings by different teachers, and some teachers, actually not the teachers, some followers tell that our teaching is the better teaching than them. Somebody claims that it is because of the ignorance. That ignorance is take into account. That ignorance is exploited by those people who are not at all following any of the traditions. They are following only material well-being. Anybody can live in India who does not follow any traditions. Even if you are in some type of caste, means they followed some sort of traditions from hereditarily, can avoid that and live an ordinary life without concerning to psychic practices or paranormal practices or any sorts of godly practices. Anybody can live in India. So that type of living we are telling as material living. You can go to school when you are a child. You can marry a girl when you are young, and you can have children at your good age. You can run a family. You can have new houses, new cars, and you can have you can give marry your children, and you will have a good life with your children, grandchildren, and at last you can rest. You can take rest at your old age, and also can leave this world. That type of life you can continue in any place. I am telling that type of life is also good in material sense. But the problem is that this type of people who strictly following the material life without concerning the spiritual life exploit the minds of people for their needs. If you are a spiritual person, you think spiritually, you will be having a holy mind most of the times. If a man come to materialistic intention, just by using spiritual principle, then the problem changes. I am not blaming anybody. Yogis won't be having that type of intentions. Anybody in India, no yogis, no teachers won't have. The people who does not follow any of the traditions live a material life. Maybe they claim that they are living real life. Maybe it may be right according to their sense. They tell that sometimes they may claim that they may tell that there is no God, there is no spirituality. You are doing it vaguely. You won't get any spiritual power. You won't get liberation like that. Only one life. They tell that there is only one life, no other life. Something like that. Because they claim that what they are doing is right, or what they are following in their life is right. They are just living good. Which people are doing like that? You can see from their birth they will have most of the attainments in life. Means they would have got most of their needs. In the childhood, their parents would have given them good education, good life facilities. At their younger age, they would have achieved a good job, a good life partner, and at old age, they would have got good retirement. The main intention of this type of people are entertainment in their life. They are entertaining their life. They using their life for some sort of some sort of enjoyment. They enjoy their life. They enjoy the life they go through their body. That is a nice thing also. If you want to enjoy your life, actually you don't need any sort of yogic tradition, any sort of Siddha traditions, or so-called, I don't know whether it is right to tell that, so-called religion. I already told that in India, if somebody is following some yogic tradition, it is like a religion. Take a religion. A religion mainly have paranormal, parapsychic, godly practices. Any religion. Some masters came, some proponents came and flourished, tried to spread their idea just for well-being and spiritual being of the life of the people. So religions came into existence, and in Western and Middle world, the number of the religions are few. And if you go to some places like India, the number of these traditions are immense. So the Indians still consider it as castes, or what will happen that in India there will be having thousands of religion. Not joking, thousands of religion. Every caste has all the peculiar aspects of religion. Take it. Every caste has the peculiar aspects of religion in India. Then why it does not consider it to be religion? Because most of them following common things, not that much different thing. You take a medical practice in India. Most of the medical practices are summarized into Ayurveda or Siddha practice. So many different varieties of specialized practices in India, including this type of prana energy healing systems, Varma healing systems, Nadi healing systems, medicinal plants and herb healing systems, massage healing systems, magnetic healing systems, right? Devotional healing systems, yogic healing systems, everything come under the title of Ayurveda or yoga. If you are going to the Western world, you can see everything separately. Yogic healing, pranic healing, Reiki, magnetic healing, chakra healing. They are specializing everything. It is not specialization. They are getting only something from here, and they have to use it for the well-being of the people in one sense, and in other sense they have to make material well-being from the people, common people who does not know all these things. With that, they have to live, they have to make it as a job in one sense. But in India, the samurai, the copulation, the sum of all these practices come under one title, Ayurveda or Siddha. Ayurveda means the knowledge for the well-being of the body and mind of the people. Not only the body, but the mind of the people. So that is a system of curing. And in that system, most of the techniques had here, but when time changes, God make new and new things for the goodness of the people. So new systems come just by making some improvements of the old systems. But in spirituality, nothing can be newly created. That is the fundamental truth behind that. Nothing can be created newly. And also, any principle relating to any system of curing, what may be allopathy, what may be homeopathy, what may be Unani or Ayurveda, any systems concerning to the curing of the people is mainly intended to the good being of the health of the people, goodness of the people, cure the diseases of the people. The intention is the same. And the principle, most of the principle of this are same. The goodness of the people. But the problem comes when the intention changes. Intention changes to making money laundering like that, it will be having some sort of a misuse. That's all. Misuse happens in every field. Misuse happens in this spirituality also. So you see that. What I am gonna tell you, this Reiki, prana healing, telepathy, astral projection, everything had secret techniques. And when it is practicing one by one or separately from the foreigners or separately here by those people who learn from outside world, is practicing only a less part of that. The origin is still here without enlarged, without disclosed as hidden. You know, if some Indians are hearing that, most of the Indian people who following some of the traditions know Sahasranama of Devi. Devi Sahasranama. Devi means deity. Devi Sahasranama. In that Sahasranama, Devi Sahasranama, here you can take Bhadragali Sahasranama or Lalitat Sahasranama. In that, if you give your mind while you are reading, or if you read that with a research mind, just by avoiding the thoughts of spirituality, just reading in a research mind, you can see all these principles. You know, Mooladhare Kanalaya Brahma Grandhi Vipetini Manipura Kantarudita Vishnu Grandhi Vipetini Ajna Chakrantaralasta Rudra Grandhi Vipetini Sahasraram Bhujaruda Sudasara Vivarshini. Like that. In Lalita Sahasranama. In Saundarya Lahari, Mahim Mooladhare Kimapi Manipure Kudavaham Siddham Swadhishtani Hirdi Marutam Akasamupari Manopittam Natvam Detinayana Lokena Vapusham. Like that. So many verses. And pure explanations, yogic and tantric explanations are available with some traditions. Some teachers teach that freely. You know. In Malayalam also, secret verse. All the petals of chakras, most of the people know who is learning Reiki. Mooladhara is a 4-petaled chakra situating in the root place of our vertebra, and Swadhisthana chakra situated in the place of the sex organs having 6 petals, and Manipuraka chakra having situated in the navel place with 10 petals on it, and heart chakra or Swadhisthana chakra situated with 12 petals nearby heart region. Vishuddhi chakra situated in the throat region having 16 petals with 16 petals, and Ajna chakra or Ajna chakra is known as third eye chakra, situated in between 2 eyes having 2 petals, and Sahasradala Padma situated on the crown having 1,000 petals on it. So this is the explanation this is a single explanation in 108 verses. This explanation is the explanation of only one verse. One verse means four-lined poem. This explanation is an explanation of four-line poem. Still 107 verses exist explaining all the hidden aspects of that chakras, which nadi is containing to that, what is the color of that, what it is related to any solar planets. It had its relationship with 9 planets, which chakra constitute which planet, which nadi constitute, which day constitute to which chakras, which activities, bodily activities concerning to chakra, means which organs are constituting the power of chakra, which tree is concerning to typical chakra, which animal is concerning to chakra, which stars, 27 stars in our Indian astrology, is concerning to which chakra. And also, when coming to astrology, horoscope, if you learn some of these factors from Parashara is a saint in yogic tradition or Siddha tradition. Parashara Hora, Varahamihira is also one another. Varahamihira Hora. Hora is a science relating to these astronomical concepts. The connection with the nadis and chakras of human body with plants in celestial field. Plants in heaven actually. In last video I had explained a few things about that. So Hora Shastra, even Hora Shastra, the astrological principles explaining all these things, what? Chakras. How can a man absorb the planetary energy through these chakras and boom their material and spiritual life? It is written in Hora Shastra. And the connection with asanas and nadis and chakras. If you are doing siddhasana, your root chakra will be open. You know what is the opening of chakra? Somebody tell that you can open your chakra. Open to frontward, open to backward, or open to upward. In Chak Chakra Nirupana it is written that chakras are like lotus flowers situating in the reverse form. Means flower like this. All the petals came downwards like a kali. Means like a bud, flower bud. When it blossoms, the petals will come into upward. What the Reiki do that? They take the chakras frontwards or backwards to the material world, to absorbing the light energy, the planetary energy, the prana. What is prana? Prana is the planetary energy or pranic energy which controls the universe. Absorbing to chakras. They made heart meditation, they made twin heart meditation, connecting crown chakra and heart chakra simultaneously, navel chakra meditation or chakra activation meditations. It is not referable for a spiritual man to do that. What they are using, they are making their spiritual apparatus for material well-being. What a comedy, what a joke. in the root scriptures, it is not allowed actually. Back chakra, front chakra like that. Back chakra, front chakra. The chakras they are using, Malayalam word or Sanskrit word chakra, if I am telling it in English, chakra. Whatever maybe. The chakras open to frontward like these flowers. To rotating clockwise, the chakra will open. Leftwards, chakra will closed. You are learning only 6 or 7 chakras in this type of practices. When Tirumular written Tirumantra means magical spell. That book he written in Tamil language, he written so many cosmic chakras. Here, likewise, when we are lifting our hand upwards, that much distance we can see. These chakras are situating the distance between one chakra and other chakra is 4 finger distance, 4 zoom. And you can see 12 chakra here in this meridian, conceptual vessel meridian in Chinese acupuncture, and we tell it as the main nadi. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. Starting from here, this is first place. Here, 1, first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place, seventh place, eighth place, ninth place, 10th place, 11th place, and 12th place, like that. 12 places, you just measure your 4 finger like that. You can get 12 different chakras in the stem of our body, including the head. You know that. And in our Nadi principle, it is known as Paduvarmas in Varma point. And some slight differences in some yogic traditions, especially extra points they are given. So, all the 108 Varma points in the body are chakras. 108 means 108 Varma points in the body are chakras. Then even then, if you are going into Sukshma, if you are going further, 4,448 chakras or mudichis, small chakras in our body, relating to 72,000 nadis in our body. So we are going into deep and deep. Notice 7 chakra or 8 chakra or transparent chakras in our body, like that. Guru Mandala, this chakra, Nirakara, like that. Different names are given to that chakras. It's are in the scriptures, and also the transparent chakra between our 2 legs also have to get concerned about that. So the Reiki or pranic healing may have taken 7 chakra or back chakra also. They placed front chakra, back chakra deviation, and that what they tell that upper chakras, transparent chakras, in the upper part of the head, this transparent light beam, and the light beam in between our 2 legs. Oh, it is like that. In Nadi concept and in chakra concept, yogi takes 108 chakras, controlling 12 major chakras known as Paduvarma, and the 96 Thodu Varma, Periya Varma, Periya chakra Padu Varma, Thodu Sinna chakra or Padu Varma major chakra, Thodu Varma minor chakra or Padu Varma controlling chakra, Thodu Varma following chakra, or Padu Varma can be activated with mind, Thodu Varma can be activated with touch. Like that, so many distinct knowledge about that chakras. One thing the prana healing and Reiki people are following, maybe it may be their own change, not in the text. It may be their own mixing. Somebody tell that the martial art Kalaripayat or Kutuvarise or Mormakale went to foreign countries and they had made some slight changes on that. Some slight changes may be good, but in the radical principles, slight changes may not work. Here, chakras opening upward or downward or front or backward, that principles, very keen principles. If you do not follow that principles, you can just use the chakras for worldly purpose. We are having 5 elements in our body. The major element is space, means akasha. The second element is air, and the third element is fire, and the fourth element is water, and the fifth element is earth. We can absorb energy from these 5 sources. We have different organs, 32 organs in our body which are controlled by these 5 elements. So, the major thing is breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. What breathe is doing? Breathe is the major thing which connect our world with the outward world. Breathe is connecting me with the outward world. Everywhere we have breathe. The breath or air touching you. I inhale the breath which touching my heart, touching my lung. Inhale you. So we are having a connection with breath. You have to understand that. Breath is the main source of energy. So that prana, breath prana in English, we take, and this breath prana is flowing like a river through 72,000 nadis in our body. And this light prana, light, can be absorbed through chakras. If it is open to front side or back side, but actually for a spiritual practitioner, it is doing harmful effect, not good effects. That I would like to say, because we are not light beings. If we change to next dimension in 3-element world, I already told, like deities, we can use our light principle, we can use our chakras to absorb energy. Chakras always, 108 chakra always radiate our body with light energy of 9 planets or more than 9 planets or 108 planets in the universe. Different forces. These chakras radiate our body even without our knowledge. Right? So, if we are open our chakra friendward, what happens? We can absorb energy, positive, not only positive, but negative energy. You will absorb without your consent, without your knowledge. You will be forced to absorb this energy through your chakras. Chakras is not meant to open to the physical world. There is a spiritual world. Through the path of the spinal cord, we may tell that the next world. If you open this chakra into the spiritual world, you can see different type of fantasies in your mind relating to some of deities, some of angels, like that. And every chakra is a door in the scriptures. Door means the door will be like this. Mooladhara chakra, the door will be like that. When the air force come to touch it, it will be open like this. Petals will be open like that. All the petals are doors. 4 petal door like this. 6 petal door means like this. 6 petal, it have to be open like that. 12 petal door, you imagine that. And you know, I don't know whether it is a superstitious thinking or like that, I don't know. Even then, I can tell, they believe that in each chakra, in each petal, there situates deities who control the human being. They check the human being to enter into their place, their planet, their dimension. So each chakra have, how many petals each chakra have, that much number of the deities are in the door to protect the door. So each chakra is a door. The door is upwards, and their side door also. Their side door is to the front and back. You are opening the side door. What the hell? Don't feel. The real door is upwards through the spinal cord, but it is transparent. You cannot see it in the physical body. If you cut your body, you cannot see any of the so-called nadis which Siddhas explain. That is in your astral body. You cannot see any of the chakras in your body if you cut your body. That is the limitation of the new medical science. Maybe they called this yogic tradition that it does not exist. It's a fantasy according to their words. You think about thousands of years. At that time, we told about microbes, amoeba, paramecium, like that, Sushma Anus. And they didn't believe. Only after they invented microscope, they told that, yeah, that exists. Only after inventing telescope by Copernicus, they understood that. Still, what we told is right, that all the planets are rotating around the sun. The science is like this. They need some sort of apparatus to prove that apparatus. Till they find out that sorts of apparatus, they won't believe that we are not entrusting our knowledge. These are secret knowledge. So, the chakras are doors. If you open your chakra upwards, it means that what you are opening, your soul is in your body. I don't like to tell in which place your soul is. That's a very secret. What you have to do, that you are connecting your soul through your breath, your eyes, your ears, your hand, your leg like that. That's are the instruments of the soul to dealing with the outer world. So soul is situated in your body in a typical place. I don't like to tell that. Then the soul are connected to external world. If you have to go to another world, the soul have to travel through some of the paths, that is nadis, inside your body. When the soul is traveling inside your body, the soul will be having consciousness. The soul should understand which way the soul is traveling. Soul is a small thing. It can be expand bigger than the universe. The soul is traveling through our nadis and reaching there in the doors to go to another world, to reaching to the doors and go to another world. It will reach in the Muladhara chakra and tap there and flow to the next dimension and tap the next chakra. And when that chakra opens to the next chakra, like that, six doors are there, or 6 steps are there. That is why in most of our book it is written, Padiyarum kadannavide chellumbol Shivane kanagum Shivasambho. It means that there is 4 doors or 4 paths controlled by deities. In most of the temples you can see the deities in the both side of the door protecting the main deity. Likewise, when the soul of our body that is situating in our body, the spirit in our body situating in our body, always unknowingly travel to the outer world through our breath or through our thought. Actually, it is not traveling through our thought, through our breath, right? So we tell that travel through our breaths. So when they are traveling, we connect to, in the soul traveling through our senses, we have connection to the external world. When the soul is traveling inside our body through so-called secret nadis, you have to learn your Uyir Nadi. I am not going to tell that. Uyir Nadi, the spirit flowing Nadi. You have to know your Vishanadi, dead Nadi. For sometimes some Nadis are shifting. It's our secrets. And Agni Nadi or Sushumna, sometimes the Nadi will be open. At that time, if you tap your soul coming to the Muladhara chakra, tapping upwards, you can go to the next world. Then now you will ask a question, have you gone to that path and connected to some deities? Have you got some magical powers? That question is useless question. You try yourself. You try these things yourself if you need, with the help of the master, not yourself. You can feel yourself. But if you open your chakras, so-called chakras that you are explained in your sciences, open towards the circumstance, open towards the earth, it means open frontwards or backwards. What happens that, first of all, you will get much more pranic energy. And if it is open, and if you cannot control, negative energy will come into your body. What is negative energy? Some energy which is helpful for you to cherish your mind and soul, and also your body is positive to you. Some energy which is not good for your body and mind is negative to you. That is negative energy. Negative energy will pass through your organs and get inside your chakras and collapse most of your spiritual points. So once it happens, you cannot open your main door through the next well, through the Sahasradala Padma, Brahma Dwara. It is known as Brahma Dwara because you can travel your soul to the next well through that path. If you'd have learned about DMT. Some people had DMT in their life, had some sort of spiritual feelings, and they had reported that they had traveled to their body and gone through a cave-like form, and at last they went out their body and they saw some angels and like that, and came back to the body itself. Just by traveling from our body and to go to some other next dimension, you won't get energy. You won't get power. If you want to get power, spiritual power or paranormal power, you have to take something from that. You have to absorb power from another world. If you are trying for that, your travel will be bit by bit slower. So the main intention of the yogi is the travel, not taking something and getting some supernatural powers. Actually, most of the yogis have supernatural powers and use for the worldly purpose again and again, and they came to the same cycle of death and life is not good for a yogi. So opening the chakra from world will absorb the word which I am going to use is not suitable in some sense. Ghosts or spirits, bad spirits also. If you opened your chakras to the external world, will attract the light beings known as ghosts. Ghosts are also light beings. Ghosts and bad spirits through your chakras into your body and hide in some of your points, some of your cages in your body, like these 108 Varma points. And at least you cannot understand that. You can be find out that because you don't know where your Varma points, your nadis and that. Somebody tell, this is very fantasy, very good story you told. It does not exist. If you think so, why do you believe in this type of pranic healing and Reiki practices? Is it good for you? Having the same principles of chakras, absorbing prana by inner clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation, and giving the light energy through the other person's body and moving their chakras. Do you believe that? This video I did just for giving you some of the idea. If you believe in that pranic healing and Reiki, why don't you believe this? The external principles, very big, thousands and thousands words, principles explained in a nice language and taught by generations in Siddha traditions, you don't believe. Is it nice? Think about that. I will explain every and each aspect of the magical and secret concepts of Siddha traditions in the coming video. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you very much.